Yeah. Welcome everyone to another episode of Soulful Ascension. My name is Linda Joy, and this week we have an amazing week of the energy with the new moon in Libra. So, what we're going to be talking about today is Libra, which is the scales of balance, right? Really looking deep at what is out of balance, looking at how we can come more into balance and fine tuning for our harmony within to truly feel that. So, we're actually going to go much deeper because this new moon in Libra is actually really fine tuning all the areas in our life, especially relationships, that are out of balance and need recalibration in order for us to come into soul alignment with our truth and with the love in our heart. So we're going to go much deeper. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please like and share and comment if this resonates with you. It helps the channel to grow, and I appreciate your support. And if you've got any questions, also please comment, because I'm here to be of service to you, and this is my life's passion and purpose and my soul's mission to be of service to humanity through this amazing awakening of ascension and shifting of consciousness. And that's exactly what we are all feeling and going through. And where the planets are aligned is also all we are feeling all of that, because we're all connected. We are all connected to the planets, the galaxies, the stars, the moon, the sun, and then we come back to Mother Earth. So this is about really tuning into the energy of the earth and the beauty that Mother Earth gives us, and then coming back to who are we being, how are we showing up on a daily basis, and are we in harmony with our thoughts, with our mind, with our heart and our mind, the head, the heart, and the gut. This is how we make those new choices and decisions. And then everyone around us is a reflection of what's going on inside of us, because this is all about our relationships. People around us, are they in balance and harmony, or is there struggle and conflict? And so that's what we're going to dive into this episode, as well as this new moon is a opportunity for fresh new start, rewriting your book, not just the chapter, rewriting, because the energies for the rest of 2025, and I've said this before, is so strong, so amplified, so massive, that it's bringing up so much to the surface to be cleared and released and transmuted into love to help us come into our true alignment with our soul's mission. And anything that is out of balance and out of harmony is amplified right now. And that's what's really coming up. So, and it's about fine tuning. Okay. And I wrote an article on this years ago, I mean, decades ago, because years ago, 25 years ago, I used to do all the hands-on body work and massage and energy work. And it was all about fine tuning, the body. And the body is always coming back into balance, right? Our physiology is always looking for homeostasis to come back into balance. So the food that we eat, and is it balanced in our every system? Is it supporting every system and organ in our body? the activities that we do and the everything that we do in our everyday life, is that balance, or is it causing harm for our physical body? And so looking at, if you're overdoing things, overexerting, or pushing yourself, burning the candle at both ends, where's the balance in that? And then looking at the food that you eat, and everything that you digest every day, is it in balance? Because the scales are balanced. Think about it, right? They're never solid. It's like, because we are all connected to all the elements of the earth, a bit of wind will just tip the scales. Okay. So this is where we're constantly recalibrating to come back into harmony and balance. And the same with our physical body. Okay. We're all energy. So we're all like rebalancing, recalibrating, and healing. And this is where the things that we do on a daily basis is helping us to come into balance. Balance is the first step of the BENN Method. And the BENN Method is balance, energy, nurture, and nourish. And I go much deeper in this in the academy. And so if that's something you are interested in, there is more information on my website, lindabenn.com. Though this energy this week with the new moon in Libra is an opportunity for you to really take a step back. And we've talked about this before. Go into stillness. This is all about your breath, right? So just the breathing in and breathing out. On the inhale and the exhale, there's a space, there's a gap. Wayne Dyer used to talk about, the gap, and he would talk about that space, and there's a few other teachers that also talk about, but this is where we're fine tuning our instrument, because it's like fine tuning the strings, like on a guitar. If it's too tight, it'll just go twang, that's out of balance. But if it's too loose, it'll just like blur. And so everything, and our bodies is like this finely tuned instrument that we're constantly recalibrating on a daily daily basis to come into balance. And so that's the beauty of this journey that we're all on. And because we're all in relationship with one another, this is where all our brothers and sisters around us, as well as all the nature spirits, and we're all connected to the trees and nature and the animals and all the elements as well. Everything is helping us to come into harmony and balance within. And so it's dropping into your heart and truly feeling divine love. When you can completely surrender and feel love within, feel peace within, then everything in the outside world will not trigger you, will not push your buttons. But this is the balance between the head and the heart. Now, if your head is projecting and judging out in the world, and saying words, maybe writing nasty comments on people's pages, or leaving hatred comments about something or someone, and we're all entitled to our opinions, but come back when you can drop into your heart and truly feel love and compassion for the other people, and just be completely neutral. Because whenever anyone is projecting that, they're just hurt. They're hurt little souls, and just send them love. And what that will do is help you to drop into more neutrality and feel love and compassion for yourself, as well as forgiveness, because it's not about reacting to someone else. It's like they're just showing you that they're hurt and they're out of alignment. So this is where we're all examples for one another. When you can truly come into alignment with your true self of love and joy and peace and be the example for everyone else, that's how we will raise the energy, vibration, and frequency on this whole planet. And so together we are all recalibrating. So this new moon is an opportunity for us to rewire our brain, rewire all the old and rewiring those old paradigms, the old trauma stories, rewiring the old patterns and behaviors and old programs that were in the past. Because when you come back to the breath and there's that space, it's like all there is the present moment. When you breathe in and breathe out, keep honing in to that space in between and drop into that. And then in that space, all there is the present moment. And that's where the gift is. That's where the wholeness is. That's where you are healed, whole, and healthy. There is no past unless you are dragging your past and all the stories into this present moment. And so when we're looking at relationships, if you're in a relationship that is codependent, that's holding on and gripping out of fear. And we talked about this last week. It's all about control and the beliefs that, oh my God, I have to hold on out of fear. That's just a belief that when you surrender and let go, then you're free. That's where the freedom is. That's where your heart just goes, "Oh." That's where the musical instrument just like you feel your heart like sing. You feel it's like that's what brings you joy. So what brings you joy, what brings you fulfillment, what lights you up, what really excites you on a daily basis when you can truly let go and surrender, that's where the freedom is. And this is our opportunity to rewrite our story, rewrite the chapter, rewrite the book of our life, because the energy between now and the end of the year is so powerful, so amplified. It is bringing all the shadows to the surface. It's showing us the light and the dark, the shadows, those hidden aspects within us, those blind spots within our mind, our unconscious beliefs, unconscious parts of ourselves. So when you can love and have compassion for that part, and this is the inner work to really go deeper into and journal on, is look at those parts that are coming up to be healed. Sometimes those parts like it needs to break down completely, smash up before you can dissolve it and transmute it. So this is where the layers come in, okay? So depending on the old trauma or the old wound, is and depending on so many situations, but you know yourself, everything that you are clearing right now, and it takes deep inner work. No one else can do this for you. You are 100% responsible for doing this work. Okay. And you can always reach out for support and help. And you can always book a session on my website, again, lindabenn.com. Though this is your opportunity to look at those old wounds, those old parts that are ready to rebirth into something new. Remember, we're the phoenix rising out of the ashes. So that these parts, if you're smashing it up, if you've got the jackhammer, if you've got the hammer, or whatever that part is that you're holding on to out of fear, this is your opportunity to just release it and let it go. And I can guarantee that you will feel so liberated after. You will feel so free, because it's truly just letting go and allowing the universe to guide you. And so this new moon is about you setting clear intentions on and telling the universe, these are all my dreams, these are all my desires, these are all my intentions, these are all my goals, this is everything, this is my dream future. And then write all that out, hand it over to the universe, and let that go. And when you let go of that shopping list, well, then you allow the universe to bring in to you something better, because the universe will always have something better for you. But the limitations, if you're holding on to these old beliefs, old stories, and the trauma and the patterns, well, then the universe will only deliver what is in alignment with you energetically. So this is why it's so critical to look at those old patterns, the old cycles, the old ways of being, and truly clean that up, because you're the creator. Holding on to those, the old is just blocking you from living your dream life and delaying your dream life. It's like you can have and feel true alignment, freedom, liberation, divine love right now. And that's the choice that you have. Though it requires letting go of the old in order to bring the new in. And I've said this before, you have to pull the weeds out of the garden to plant new seeds. Otherwise, those weeds that have been there for a while, i.e., those patterns and programs and beliefs and stories and the trauma, those weeds have such strong roots that any new seeds that you plant will just be overtaken, and all the energy and the nutrients in the soil is being used up by the weeds. So those new sprouts may not sprout because they're drowning in all the weeds. Does that make sense? Oh, because that's the image that I get. It's like you've got all these really strong patterns and programs, right? But if you pull all those out and plant new seeds of intention, this is where the new beginnings are. This is a fresh new start. This is rewrite your story and your chapter of your life, and completely remember 2026 is a new year of a one. This is a whole new beginning. This year, being a 9 year, is all about cleaning up the old, cleaning up these old behaviors and patterns and programs for you to fully step into the new you, the new version of you in 2026. So that's the opportunity you have right now, especially going much deeper and using the energy of this Libra energy, the rebalancing with the new moon tomorrow on October the 21st, and looking at what is out of alignment, what needs rebalancing, and where in your life, and this is looking at all relationships, and where are those struggles? Where are the conflicts? Where are you codependent or needing someone? And this is your opportunity to look at the people that may have betrayed you in the past relationships. Look at the learning and the gifts, because your greatest wound is your greatest gift. So journal on that, on what did I learn from these relationships? Okay. Remember, I mentioned that when I was living in California, I had a friend who I thought was a friend, and she was also a spiritual teacher, and she completely shattered my soul. But then it's like I actually have forgiveness for her, because through that relationship and that, well, I thought was a friendship, I have learned so much. And even though it nearly took my soul, my life, I have come out the other side, and I feel so blessed and grateful and much stronger that, okay, that happened, but that doesn't define me, that it happened for me. And look at the learning. So this is what I want you to look at: all those past relationships, whether it was a breakup, whether it was a divorce, whether it was a horrific event or a abuse, or whatever that relationship, what was the learning, and how has that helped your soul to learn and grow so you are stronger through those learnings? And this is the journaling on about forgiving you, and releasing all that old energy around that story. Okay, because Libra, it's all about rebalance. So for you to truly come into true balance, equilibrium, and feel that peace within, and feel love in your heart, it's like have forgiveness for yourself and forgiveness for the other people who may have hurt you or betrayed you or did something to you. And when you can truly feel that 100%, then it's like, okay, thank you for this lesson. And that goes for everyone. Okay. And just there's such a, remember, we are all connected. Okay. And I know that there is a lot of division in a lot of countries right now. And so, but that's an illusion, the illusion of this separation that, you're over here and you're over here. It's like, no, we're all one. We're all recalibrating together, and we're all coming back into balance and harmony together. So, but it takes each individual to take responsibility and do their inner work for that to happen, so we all come back into harmony and balance together. And just like we are all connected to the earth provides us so much beauty. The earth and nature provides our food and grows beautiful fruit and veggies for us, and the air that we breathe. This is where we're all connected. We are all one. We're all connected with all our galactic friends, in all our brothers and sisters on other planets and in other galaxies. We're all connected. And this is where the universe is supporting you to come back into soul alignment with who you truly are as a soul, and your soul's mission. You are not separate. You are not alone. That's a belief and an illusion, because we're all connected. And yes, there's 8 billion people on this planet, but there's billions and billions of, spirits all around us as well. And so your job is to come into balance within yourself and in your heart, and truly feel love and compassion for yourself, and then send that energy, that love and compassion, out to others, especially if they're struggling to feel that within themselves. You be the example with that you want to see in the world. Okay, this is where we are all an example for one another, and any shadows that we are feeling in our friendships, it's an opportunity for us to go, oh, I have some healing work to do, so that I can come back into peace and harmony within, and just keep listening to that space. Okay. And then we breathe every day, but the more you can consciously breathe and consciously tune in to that gap, to that space, and just keep breathing into the present moment and feeling that will help you to drop in and connect to the earth, to the cosmos, because you're the conduit in between, and you will truly feel more harmony within you. And that's where the rebirth occurs. That's the rewiring, the upgrading consciousness, the rebirth. That's where the miracles and the magic happens. That's where the clarity comes. That's where, the universe is constant. Like when we're in alignment and sending out that energy to the universe always listens. The universe always delivers whatever we are asking for. So what are you asking for? This new moon, write out your dreams, write out your intentions, write out your goals, write out your new chapter, write out every detail of what you're creating and attracting and bringing in and manifesting into your life, because you are the creator. You're co-creating with the universe, and you have so much power that you don't realize it. That it's like when you can think it, you can conceive it. So, but it's when you can release and bring more clarity, like when you release all that heaviness, you're free, you're light, you can have anything you want. That's the power that you have. So tap into that energy, and really this week feel into where in your heart feels heavy, where in your life are those relationships out of balance, out of harmony, those relationships that are triggering you, because the universe is going to keep sending you tests and people in your life to test. Okay, Did you react, or did you just feel neutral with this person? And this is where we are all attracting different people into our life, whether they're a friend or a colleague or just, at the supermarket. It's like we're attracting, and everyone who comes into our life is an opportunity for us to learn, and just we're being tested. People will come in and maybe say something, but if you are coming from a place of love and seeing the beauty around you, and actually give people a compliment and say, oh my God, compliment on their dress, their clothes, their shoes, their earrings, their hat, for a guy, compliment on their shirt or something, and just show more love. And when you can see the beauty around you and the beauty that we have all around us in every garden, all the flowers in the garden are so beautiful. And so that's what God has provided on this earth to help us appreciate and be grateful for all the beauty around us. So also notice and observe and compliment the beauty that you see in other people, and actually give compliments and see how that lights them up, and see how you feel when you do that. It will bring you joy. It will light up your heart, and it's like, oh, that feels really good to give a compliment and say something loving and kind to one of our brothers and sisters. It could be someone who serves you at a cafe or a supermarket or wherever you go, and just go, wow, I love your hair, or that's a beautiful shirt that you're wearing, or I love it, so, and see how that feels. That's your assignment this week, as well as writing out your intentions for this new moon, okay? Because it's all coming back to the love that you are, and start loving you, and come back into harmony, love and accept you, and feel where you are out of balance within yourself. So this week is an opportunity to go deep, 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 and keep looking at that gap. Okay, let's choose some cards. Let me know what questions you have. And if anything comes up for you, you can always send me a question, pop it in the comments, pop it in the chat, and I will answer it, because I read all the comments and all the messages that come through. And also my website is, and perfect timing with this new moon, is coming out. It's all been recalibrated, revamped, and that will be released soon. Part of one of the projects that I'm working on, and just, yeah, fine tuning a couple of things, and that will come out soon. Okay, I'm going to choose a card from the Keepers of the Light, and these are all the Ascended Masters. So let's see which Ascended Master wants to come out with a message. Okay. Serenus, this is life force energy. Serenus is this is the life force energy. Because, like I said, we're all connected to the cosmos. We have energy flowing through, which is our life force, our chi running through our body, through the meridians. And this is about express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. So this is also related to the masculine and the feminine energies. This is again the energies that we're rebalancing within ourselves and looking where are you out of balance with how you're expressing yourself. Is it coming from authority, criticizing, or is it coming from more of the feminine and the nurturing and the loving? So even with your comments, even with the words that you speak, this is another opportunity to rebalance. Okay, so the message is there is a deep buildup of life force within you now and a need to channel it into action. You may have extra energy or be alert, more alert than usual, or be aware of a sense of increased sensual or sexual energy. If you have been unsure how this ties into your spiritual path, know that it can allow you to access the richness of your soul when we are not expressing ourselves sexually, or our spiritual potential can become tamed or muted. So if you are denying yourself a desire, ask yourself how you can fulfill it. Ask Serenus to help you access your sexual self so that you can express it with integrity and in a way that honors your soul. If you and your partner are trying for a child, and this card appears, fertility is very possible, especially if Bridget, Serenus's twin flame, is present too. Um, so this is an opportunity, especially with because it is about, fertility as well. New moon is all about creating new projects, creating a fresh new start, creating new beginnings, attracting in new people into your life, for your new life, your new journey. Okay, so I'm going to choose one more from the Good Tarot. This is Colette Baron Reed's deck. And let's see. There we go. That one fell out. Okay. We have the Ace of Earth. The Ace of Earth, and which is prosperity in its purest form, concrete results in the physical world, abundance made manifest. I recognize the many forms of abundance and plenty, and I align myself with success. I can generate gold from the resources I have at my fingertips. I make an impact. The essence of prosperity is taking form in the material world. So include abundance and prosperity as part of your new moon goals, and that we have so many resources around us, and keep tapping into that and attracting that, because again, it's all energy. Okay, we have everything at our fingertips, and that's what we're attracting in with this new moon this week. So enjoy writing out all your intentions, as well as journaling on the old wounds, anything from the past, any of the past trauma, the past events. Journal on that and keep coming back to the present moment, that space in between the inhale and the exhale, and just create magic and miracles, and let me know how you're going. I'm sending you so much love, many blessings. Have a blessed week, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you next Monday. Bye for now.